Arrival, here it comes after groups of protesters today symbolically marched on Mar-a-Lago. They voiced opposition to the policy actions of the president, Musk, and his Department of Government Efficiency's dismantling of federal agencies while firing tens of thousands of government employees. Local organizations teamed up to hold a demonstration they dubbed the first official People's Solidarity March on Mar-a-Lago since 2020. Our Jade Jarvis spoke with protesters about why they're speaking out.
Organizers have a long list of complaints and concerns they hope will reach President Donald Trump, with this march ending right near his doorstep.
We are watching democracy fall by the wayside, and I don't want to let it fail. I don't want to let it fall. I don't want to see it crumble.
Protesters marching from Dreyer Park in West Palm Beach all the way down Southern Boulevard to President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. They say in the pursuit of standing up for democracy.
I'm exercising my First Amendment right to try to make a difference and bring as many people and set a pathway that people can take this journey with us and make an impact.
Organizer Mark Offerman represents several different groups taking part in this People's Solidarity March on Mar-a-Lago, including United Plus and United Against Trumpism. They say they are outraged by the actions of the president and Elon Musk's Doge since taking office in January, concerned about the safety of Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, and disturbed by recent relations between the Trump administration and Ukraine, along with other global allies.
Every day, people dying on the front line, dying across the whole country because of this brutal war.
Dmytro Boshko is a Ukrainian native who now lives in Wellington. He was grateful to see so many protesters waving Ukrainian flags.
It's honor, and it's great to see, Americans and Ukrainians together, right? Because it's part of the world, and we are part of the world. And U.S. is one of the most powerful countries in the world, if not the most powerful, right? And depends on U.S. decisions, the world's destiny.
The entire group hoping that their message comes across to the president, who returned to his Palm Beach home Friday night.
I'm not really optimistic, but he has to see that there's a lot of people that are upset with what's going on in the country now. And I'm finding out that people that even voted for him are not really, happy with what's been happening.
Organizers tell us they plan to have more marches and events in the future. Reporting near Mar-a-Lago, Jade Jarvis, WPBF 25 News.